I feel like there's 3 common struggles that all new YouTubers face. 1, fear of judgment from other people. 2, staying consistent. And number 3, comparison. I feel like this is like a prerequisite for anybody who wants to do YouTube. This book solves those problems. In this video, I'm going to share my key takeaways about how this book will help you get past those common struggles so that you can just get on with your life and build the channel that you want to build. I think the biggest struggle for new YouTubers to even get started in the first place is the fear of judgment from other people. And most of the fear is about what their real family and friends are gonna think. Let them think bad thoughts about you. So she says, the truth is, people will have negative opinions about you and there's absolutely nothing you can do to change this fact. When you allow your fear of what other people think to stop you from doing what you want to do, you become a prisoner of other people's opinions. Let them disapprove. Let them have their opinions. Let them think bad thoughts. Let them talk behind my back. Instead of overthinking every move you make, what if you just let them think whatever the heck they want to think? It's life-changing to free yourself of this burden. Remember the fundamental law of human nature. You can't control what another adult says, does, or thinks. The whole concept of the book is like, it is a fact that you cannot control what other people think, do, and say. So let them. Let adults be adults. That's a quote that she says in the book multiple times, and I love that. It's like, let adults be adults. Let them. And what I was surprised to find out is that this is actually a 2-part theory. So it's let them and let me. Let me is the power move. I love this. That's why the theory only works if you say both parts. When you say let them, you make a conscious decision not to allow other people's behavior bother you. When you say let me, you take responsibility for what you do next. What let me statements could you say to step into your power and just go for it on YouTube? So is it like, let me make the video that I've been wanting to make. Let me start that channel that I've been wanting to start for the past 10 years. Let me be okay with the fact that my videos are gonna suck at the beginning. So that could be a really good journal prompt, maybe write down, what are my let me statements gonna be so that I don't worry about the fear of judgment of other people. Number 2, the second struggle that I know many new YouTubers have is consistency. To be successful, to lose weight, to write a book, or to become a YouTuber. I cracked up when I read that part. You have to show up every day and do the boring, irritating, and uncomfortable work. You've got to put in the reps. For me, that was just a really good reminder and a key takeaway about consistency. There's going to be things that are boring. There's going to be things that are irritating. There's going to be things that are uncomfortable about the whole entire process of what it takes to be consistent on YouTube. For example, as I'm filming this video, for me to get shots of the book, I'm holding my little handheld tripod and hovering it over the book and trying to keep the book open with my other hand. That's frustrating. That's irritating. It's uncomfortable. It's just part of it. Not every single minute and second of what you have to do to be a YouTuber is fun and easy. It's just not. So that's where it's I love, okay, let me struggle with my tripod and let me be okay with it. It's fine. If I want to solve that problem for myself, I'm in control and I can take responsibility to get the proper equipment that I want. All right, now number 3, the comparison thing and jealousy that comes along with looking at super successful YouTubers and comparing yourself, feeling like, oh, I'm never gonna be good enough like them. I'm never gonna have millions of followers and millions of views like those people. That's probably been the biggest struggle for me is not letting other people's success make me feel defeated. I think this is so relevant, especially in the YouTube world, because there's extremes, okay? It's when you're first getting started, every single person starts at 0. So you have that end of the spectrum of literally 0. And then there's people Mr. Beast and Mr. Who's the Boss and all these people with millions and billions of views and all this crazy stuff. So 0 to numbers that just seem so outrageous and unattainable. That's the field you're playing in. And I know for me, for example, so many of the YouTubers that I love, the channels that I've been watching for years, they have these huge outrageous numbers that at times I find myself comparing and then feeling I almost hate to use the word jealous because it's not like jealous in a bad way, but it is that feeling of like, God, like I wish I could be like that someday. And not from like oh, I want all these people to know me or something. It's more just about the fact of like being successful on YouTube. Like those numbers reflect that you're putting out quality into the world that people appreciate and love. So that's what it's about for me. It's like I feel like, I mean, I have so much to share, so many things that I've been learning throughout my life that I want to share with other people because they've been super helpful for me. And so for me, it's like I just want to share those messages with as many people as I can because I know how life-changing they are. So that's what it's really about. It's like I want to shout from the rooftop. Like my point is like I have struggled with comparison and jealousy of successful people on YouTube, and this book really, really helped me. So thank you, Mel Robbins, for putting this book together, because this is like, I just feel like this book set me free on another level. I already felt free in my life, and I feel like I got even freer. Like, how cool is that? Okay, so this is where I got really excited. The way that Mel talks about comparison in this book was like a total reframe and a way of thinking about it. I'm gonna read it to you because I'm getting sick of struggling with the camera. The fact is, there are two different types of comparison that people engage in: torture or teacher. When you're comparing yourself and thinking like, and I'm talking to myself here, I'm never gonna hit those numbers. I'm never gonna be good enough to be successful. I'm never gonna, blah, blah, blah. All of those like self-sabotaging thoughts, like you're torturing yourself. The first step is being aware. How am I thinking about comparison? Like, am I torturing myself when I compare myself to other people, or am I using it as my teacher? And so this is so good, okay? In chapter 10, she talks about how to make comparison your teacher. The fact is, 95% of the things that you want in life are things that you can create if you are willing to work hard, be consistent, and disciplined and patient. If someone has done something better and bigger and cooler than you could ever imagine, let them have their success. Let them beat you to it. Let them do it in the smartest and coolest way. Their success, here's the important part, their success gives you the formula. And then I love how she just gets like super real here. That's what's awesome about Mel Robbins. Like, she's just so real. So she said, for most of my life, I didn't understand this. If someone achieved what I wanted, I told myself they had beat me to it. I looked at people around me and saw other people's wins as my losses. And when you see other people's wins as your losses, it will make you feel defeated before you even start. If you're not careful, comparison can become the reason why you doubt yourself, procrastinate, and continue to stay stuck. You're capable of achieving the same success, but instead of working to create it, you're actively arguing against what you want. This is an example of how you've turned other people into a problem, and they don't need to be. There is enough happiness, success, and money to go around for absolutely everyone, including you. It is in limitless supply. No one is taking anything from you. Happiness, success, and money are waiting for you to get serious about creating them. I will say this again. No one else's wins are your losses. All right, are you ready for the kicker? I love this. So this is what Tom Brady said about success. The truth is, you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't: consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. All these people who stir up your jealousy are here to show you the simple fact that while you've been making excuses, they've been putting in the reps, slowly chipping away at the boring, hard stuff. In the words of Tom Brady, they aren't special. They've just been what you aren't: consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. That is 1,000% of my secret to success. Don't you love how this ties back to the consistency thing? So I love this part. How do you turn these moments of jealousy and frustration into something good? How do you flip comparison into inspiration? Simple. Say, let me, and look at the data other people's successes provide. Anytime you find yourself playing the game of comparison, there is something really important happening. Comparison shows you the areas of your life that need more of your attention. It means the time for thinking and excuses is over. Let me get to work. Put in the reps. Simple as that. Just use other people's success as your inspiration. Model what they do. Like, you know what all successful YouTubers have in common? They make YouTube videos consistently. And they've probably been doing it for years. If they are at the level of success that's causing you to feel inferior or jealous or compare yourself. So it's like, let me put in the reps. I'm only a year and a half into it. When I say new YouTuber, I still feel new. I've been doing this for a year and a half, and I have over 100 some videos on my channel, but it's like, I still feel like I'm at the very beginning. I don't know if you know Modern Millie. She has a great YouTube channel. Like, she did this really in-depth like analysis of all the most successful YouTubers, and the ones who are like the most successful, they have an average of 8 years on YouTube. You're new in the first few years, you know? Oh, and you know what else I love in here? Last thing, she also talks about like, let this be your let me era. And I'm like, where's the merch? I want a hoodie that says I'm in my let me era. I don't have a hoodie, but I'll just start by saying it now. I'm totally in my let me era, and I hope that this has helped you think about some things that you may be struggling with differently, and now you can make the choice to let them and then step into your let me era and start making those let me choices and just go out, build the YouTube channel that you want to build. Nobody's stopping you but yourself. So in conclusion, those are just some of my key takeaways as it relates to common struggles of YouTube. There is so much more in here, like stress, adult friendships. Like there's literally so many topics in this book. I just pulled out like the top 3 as they relate to YouTube, but this book covers everything. This book literally covers everything. So I like, don't just watch this video and be done with it and be like, oh, I got the point of the book. Like, no, like read the entire thing. I promise you, you will be like, thank you for recommending it because it literally changed my life. Not only that, like it's fun and easy to read. I literally read the book in one day. So go grab the book. If you like this video, you might want to like, subscribe, share it with somebody else. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.